Welcome to Rangers TV for a history-making semi-final Game 3 between the hometown Jayco Dandenong Rangers and the Perth Lynx here at Dandenong Stadium. I'm Damien Arsenis from the Pick and Roll, and today I'm stepping in for Stephen King, who is unfortunately unable to make it to today's game. But joining me, as always, is Tracy Browning, former WNBL champion. Tracy, big game today, groundbreaking game for the WNBL.
It is a massive game today. Look, that's an understatement. History-making game. First time a final series has gone to 3 games. Both teams have travelled quite a bit in the last 72 hours, as we know. Both teams have beaten the other comprehensively, and they'll be giving it all they got today, and I'm so excited.
Look, it's going to be a very exciting game, and despite we've got an NBL Grand Final game at the same time today as well, we've got a very good crowd looking here at the moment at Dandenong Stadium, which is great to see in support of these amazing teams that have got here. We're down to the final 3 teams, and today, when we finish from this game, there'll be 2 left. And of course, the Sydney Uni Flames have already qualified for the Grand Final after they swept the reigning champions who were going for a 3-peat. That is the Townsville Fire.
And there's another record right there, 42-point win in a semi-final. It hasn't been done in the WNBL before, so congratulations to Sydney. They'll be sitting back there today watching this game with great interest.
And today's game, particularly following Game 2, Sammy Whitcomb. We've got to talk about her right away.
We have to.
41 points. And again, you're talking records. That was another one for a finals game in the WNBL. She was simply superb as she put her team on her back and carry them to a Game 2 win.
Look, she was absolutely amazing. She shot at 67% from the floor, 8 from 12 three-pointers, 7 from 12 from the field. And she, they just could not, they did not have an answer for us. So I know, not a lot of time to sort of combat that a couple of days later, but I'm sure she's going to be a huge focus for the Dandenong defence today.
Well, coming into today's game, the Rangers have a 3-0 record at home against them, so that bodes very well. And they have an average winning margin of 16 points at home against the Lynx this year. So that is something for the Dandenong Rangers fans to hang their hat on. But look, again, it all comes down to momentum. And after Game 2, it's hard to look past what Lynx were able to do. But in saying that, we talked about it pre-show, that really the Lynx managed to somehow get the Rangers out of their normal game.
They did, and I think also too, the Rangers shot at a very low shooting percentage, and I think they didn't seem to be as switched on as they were in Game 1, so hopefully they'll come out today with a little bit more focus and be willing to make those defensive and offensive adjustments.
Yes, so there's no doubting that this game is the most important game of the season for either side, with the winner going through to the Grand Final next week. And we were talking pre-game as well about what are some of the keys, but before we look at that, let's look at Game 2 and the major differences, and from Game 1 at that. In Game 1, it was the Dandenong Rangers that shot really well and were able to really force the Lynx into either bad shots or missing shots, and that was really flipped around in Game 2.
Yeah, it was almost like a carbon copy, wasn't it, except in the reverse. The major area for the difference from Game 2 is 3 from 21 from the 3-point line for the Rangers, which is,
it's cold.
It is cold, and perhaps they didn't recognise last week when they were that cold and they kept taking those shots when, perhaps some better decisions could have been made down the offensive end, and I'm pretty sure that Larissa Anderson would have addressed that.
And talking around that 3-point shooting, Sammy Whitcomb was 8 of 12 from beyond the arc. That's just super shooting, and the kind of shooting that you don't see every day in the WNBL either.
Look, she's definitely one of the best shooters we've ever had in the competition in its 36-year history. So it's a privilege just to be able to sit here and watch her play today, and I'm sure every WNBL fan is really looking forward to that.
Well, she's not only the scoring title, she broke the single game scoring record for a single season. And of course, she's the MVP.
Yes, and she's up there with names such as Natalie Porter, Penny Taylor, and Susie Bakovic in the top 4 scorers of all time for the most points in one season. So there's some handy names there, Damien, and it's very well deserved.
So we've done a lot of talking around Sammy Whitcomb and what the Lynx have been able to do. And of course, there is another team, and it's the home team here, and it's the Rangers. And Steph Cumming has been outstanding all final series as well. It's just that she's been overshadowed by what Sammy Whitcomb's been able to do so far.
That's right, and let's not forget, Steph had 30 points last week, and she's been a consistent scorer. She's averaging 16 points a game, and so is Sarah Blitzar. So they're our 2 sort of top scorers. But Steph's been our most consistent scorer. And yeah, sometimes she does. She's had a couple of games where she hasn't scored, and I think one of those was against Perth actually a few weeks back. But you know, she's going to be a key for us tonight, so hopefully she'll get her eye in early.
Yeah, she's talk about Steph Cummings. She had 25 points in the Game 1 victory. She had 30 in the loss. I'm looking at those two games, though. She didn't get as much support in the loss as what they had in Game 1. Certainly, if you go through the scorers from that game, you know, Sarah Blitzarves certainly did not shoot well in Game 2 at all. And that's one, when she fires and Cummings fires, there is very few teams that are going to beat the Rangers.
Yeah, look, there's no doubt that, and not just those two, I mean, we've got some great score power in Natalie Novosel. Jacinta Kennedy, in particular, in the last few weeks, has come off the bench and fired the team up. She's had a great couple of weeks. And Ali Malott has had a fantastic second half of the season. So, all in all, the Rangers have got some real good firepower there. We just need to, get an even spread.
So, keys to the game for Dandenong. We've spoken about Sammy Wickham. Is it as simple as stopping Sammy Wickham and that's a win?
Not really, but I'm not a coach, but if I was the Rangers, I would be taking the ball aggressively at Sammy Wickham at every opportunity in the first couple of quarters, try and get her in some foul trouble early, and down the other end, rotate players on her and harass her. So, and after that, but Ruth Hamblin has had a couple of good games for Perth Lynx. Carly Miovic is another one we need to watch. She's an ex-Ranger player, and she's been quiet the last few games, so she's also capable of big scores.
Well, you're talking about Carly Miovic. In that win, she was 1 of 11 in Game 1, and of course she really didn't hit the score sheet in Game 2 either. So she's one to still look out for, and as Rangers fans would know, if you've seen them in previous years, she's a very talented player as well. So we're just over 5 minutes away from game time here at Dandenong Stadium. Groundbreaking game today. First Game 3 in a semi-finals series here in the finals for the WNBL. And it's a good crowd that's built here today, where the Perth Lynx are looking to make the grand final against Sydney Uni Flames. But Rangers will have a big say because they want to return somewhere where they've been very successful with over the years, as you would know, Tracy.
Yeah, absolutely right. Look, whoever makes the grand final, it's going to be a fantastic grand final series. So as as Rangers fans, we obviously would like to see the Rangers go through. But as WNBL fans, I'm really looking forward to it, no matter who's in it.
Well, we're just seeing the player introductions now.
I think too, Damien, Perth would be wanting or hoping for more contributors on the score sheet today. If they're serious about winning this game and the title, they'll need to have a lot more contributors, an even score spread.
I think that's a fair comment to make, given that a lot of the focus will be on Wickham. They need someone else to step up if Dandenong have to shut them down. Let's enjoy the intros for the Rangers. You're watching Rangers Live thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer, where the holiday becomes a family tradition. Visit jayco.com.au. We have a massive game here today, Tracy. I'm excited by it. Excited to be back in the seat next to you. And it's just a really good buzz, a good vibe heading into this game.
It's fantastic. I've just seen Cheryl Chambers, WNBL Coach of the Year, and now the first coach to be into the grand final. She's just walked in, obviously very keen to watch the results today. So, yeah, there's a good buzz in the stadium, and yeah, I'm excited too.
Yeah, she'll be hoping each team here just absolutely poleaxe each other ahead of next week's game.
Look, you know what, as silly as that sounds, I reckon it'll be a last man standing type competition. You know, both teams have had to travel, and we probably shouldn't talk about the travel too much because they should be able to handle it. They're professional sports people. But, you know, who knows down the stretch when, you know, the game needs to be won. Well,
we spoke to Michelle Brogan prior to the game, and she didn't think the travel had any bearing, and it hadn't even been mentioned in the locker room. So,
yeah, that's right.
As a player, was that something that impacted you or the team that you played with?
Not really the travel, but I tell you what, those 3-game road trips we used to have a bit of an impact on the old body.
So, maybe fresher legs today. Who's the younger team?
Well, that's an interesting question. I know Dandenong have got quite a young side, but I haven't actually studied the ages of both teams. So you've got me on the hop there, Damien. But I know for a fact that the Rangers are quite young, and that's evident in some of their inconsistent performances throughout this season. And I know they've had games where they've come out and absolutely blitzed, and then the next week they've come out and just really struggled to maintain, you know, that kind of standard. So it'll be interesting to see which Rangers team comes out today.
So the first quarter today is brought to you by Latrobe Financial, Australia's leading credit specialist. Visit latrobefinancial.com.au, and I'd like to welcome all the Lynx fans that are viewing today from Perth. Obviously it's a tough ask to back up and, on a day or two notice to get to Melbourne, but please join us on the coverage and we welcome you all. We do have another very important game today though, for Perth fans. The Perth Wildcats are playing off in a contest in the grand final against the Illawarra Hawks. We'll try and keep all the fans up to date with the scores as throughout our coverage today, because for the Perth fans in particular, they win today, they win the title.
Yeah, absolutely right. But, you know, I think I disagree with you. I think this is the most important game that's on today, Damien.
I said it was an important game. I didn't say it was the most important game. But we're just over a minute away from game time here. So I know what you're going to say, Tracy, to this question, so I'm not going to ask you it, but how does Dandenong win this? Nutshell.
In a nutshell, good ball movement, smart decisions on offense, and just harassing defense. That's a nutshell, isn't it?
It is a nutshell, and that's trademark Dandenong basketball. So if we see that today, Tracy's calling it a win. I think they've got the depth. I think that's the key to this game. I think the depth will show through. Even if Whitcomb can score 30 plus again, I think the depth of the Rangers is not going to prevent anyone else from getting on the board, and I think we're going to see a win. And it's going to be hard for her to replicate that kind of shooting again.
But we all know she's capable of it, though. Like, she's had some big scores this season, so I wouldn't say, oh, she's not going to do that again. She might well do that again, and if she does, then we're just going to have to keep everybody else out of it.
Well, I'm hoping it's a shootout here for an entertaining game. We've got some amazing talent, and if they do that, the fans, for those watching at home and those here, we've got a brilliant game on our hands. So just seconds away from tip-off now. I'm predicting the Rangers by 8. Tracy's saying they're going to win by more.
I'm saying 15.
15, there you go. That's nearly with the average winning margin against the Lynx this season of 16 points. So we've got the same starting lineups from game 2. We've got Tessa Lavey, Antonia Edmondson, Natalie Burton, Carly Mijovic and Sammy Whitcomb for the Lynx. Amy Clydesdale, Steph Cumming, Amelia Todd-Hunter is going to have the job of slowing down Sammy Whitcomb, Sarah Blitzards and Ali Malott.
And I think it's great that the starting 5 has remained the same. You know, Sammy had a game out last week, but I know Amelia Todd-Hunter just gets up in her face, and you can see the frustration on Sammy Whitcomb's face at some stage. So I think this formula works, and it's good to see.
Well, we're at tip-off. Here we go. Big game. And it's the Lynx come away with a tip. Edmondson. Out to Lavey. There she is, Whitcomb. Early foul call.
And I think we don't want to see a repeat of game 2 where Sarah Blitzarv's got into foul trouble early, so she needs to keep out of the fouls.
Well, you can see what Dandenong are trying to do there. They're going to double Whitcomb at every opportunity, I think. Ton Hunter's got the job of Whitcomb. And Whitcomb draws another foul. That's 2 early fouls she's been able to draw.
And this is what I mentioned before. This is what the Rangers need to do down the other end. They've got to run plays to Sammy Whitcomb at every time and just go aggressively.
Well, 2 plays, 2 pick and rolls so far, all for Whitcomb. Edmondson. Out to Mijovic. She puts the ball on the floor to the rim. That's a great move for Mijovic to open the game, and that's a great sign for the Lynx that she's got to the rack.
That's right. As we said, she's been quiet in the last couple of games, and if she finds her range, she's very damaging.
Coming. She's looking to penetrate Malott.
Great opening bucket there from Ali Malott. The Rangers are going to need her to get into the scorers today.
Tessa Lavey pushes it up. Burton saves it. Out to Edmondson. She's looking to penetrate.
And some great help there from Steph Cumming. Almost got the steal.
Lynx were lucky to come away with that, and it's Lavey who's off target. Cumming with the rebound, and Blitzars is off and running. Good confident move, but way overshot that one, Blitzars. And it's the Lynx will come away with it.
Looked a touch nervous on that shot, Sarah Blitzars.
There was definitely an essence of nerves, and it's Lavey will fire long. Burton tries to tip it out, and it's going to be Lynx ball, and that's a second on Blitzars.
Oh, that's a rough call.
2 early fouls on Sarah Blitzars. May well have Anderson calling for sub here.
And I think we need to.
And she does.
That's tough for Sarah Blitzarv so early, but maybe have a seat for a few minutes and sort of rethink things and get a bit of composure back.
So Lynx with the ball. Offensive foul call. I didn't quite see that, Tracy.
Yeah, it was on Nat Burton.
Foul to be called Perth Lynx, number 10, Nat Burton, for an offensive foul, Jayco Rangers ball.
And we're seeing some full court pressure extended here by the Lynx. Clydesdale has the ball handling duties. Malott. Coming. Shot clock's under 10. Cumming with a drive in the scoop.
And gets her own rebound. Fantastic second effort, Steph Cumming.
And from the corner, from long range, and that's overshot it. Malott with the tip nearly went in, and the Lynx come away with it.
Oh, that deserved to go in, that last shot from Steph Cumming after getting her own rebound.
Well, it was good hustle by the Rangers on that possession. They just weren't able to find the bottom of the net as Whitcomb looking to penetrate. Step back off the back of the rim.
Good boards and blocking out there from the Rangers.
Cumming came up with the board as Clydesdale pushing the ball. Cumming.
And that's
Bang!
where she likes to shoot from.
Steph Cumming. Big three-pointer, and the Rangers are up 5-2 early. That was a more confident looking shot there.
It was. Oh, and that's a good look pass. Oh, Burton should have made that.
Burton blew the easy layup, and it's Cumming that comes away with it. She's been prominent early, Cumming. She's been in nearly every play. Clydesdale probing. She's got the mismatch. Out to Malott for 3. Off the front of the iron. Tap back by Mijovic, and it'll be Rangers ball.
That was actually a costly miss there from Burton. She was right into the bucket, no one on her. Ali Malott was just caught napping there. There was a pinpoint pass from Whitcomb, and she just couldn't make it.
So Ruth Hamblin comes into the game for Burton, who sits. Looking at the size there, Lynx would really want to use Hamblin's size, but the Rangers looking to score. Great shot fake up by Clydesdale.
Fantastic
Great
ball movement. Oh, bad luck.
Shot, it was off target as the shot clock went off, and it's the Lynx on the break.
Well, you know, I think she was there.
I think she was there, but it was, I'm going to call it, that was a very soft call there, but nonetheless,
Yeah, you're right.
it was a very soft call. Probably didn't need to be called, but at the end of the day, the Rangers are going to come up with it. just when you thought the Lynx were about to get a layup.
Great penetration there from Clydesdale, and that's what we need to see more of from her. She's capable of doing that.
And we certainly haven't seen a lot of that across the first 2 games, so that's a great sign for Clydesdale and the Rangers. Great interior pass into Hamlin. She's double teamed.
Great D. Oh, and a fantastic left-hand hooky there from Hamlin.
And just as I set up the other end, they need to use Hamlin's size. As Cumming has the ball out in the wing. Corner 3 given up. Clydesdale on the perimeter. She pulls the trigger. Is it dropping? It's over the backboard.
Oh,
Todd Hunter.
Todd Hunter comes up with the boards.
Very fortuitous there. Into the post. Malott with a fadeaway. That's tough, and it's Hamlin comes up with the rebound for the Lynx. Levy looking to set the tempo here. Edmondson out in the wing. Good entry pass down low. And Wickham is off the mark. Cumming pushing the tempo. Corner shot is good. It's only a 2.
That's Rosie's favourite spot on the court. She can hit those from there.
Fadlovic hits that shot more often than not. Looking to go to Wickham in the paint. They swung the ball to Mijovic. Fires it up off the back of the iron. Hamlin comes up with it. Wickham saves it. Back to Hamlin. And that was a good entry pass back there. She had the seal, and it's a good foul by Malott.
It was a good foul. She was open there for the left-hand layup.
Really good heads-up play by Wickham. Even though she wasn't going to get the shot, to get it back to Hamlin so quickly really put the pressure back on the Rangers.
As we see Jacinta Kennedy check into the game for the first time.
Three-point attempt by Levy.
And good boxing out there from Jacinta Kennedy.
Immediate impact
Valuable
on the
rebound.
court. Mid-ranger by
and Jacinta Kennedy has had an immediate impact, as you say. A fantastic rebound and a great score. And this is what she's been doing for the last couple of weeks. It's great to see.
You took the words out of my mouth. That was a great play. 2 big plays in her first 2 times she's touched the ball. Wickham with a
out of control
really
layup.
Tough shot. That was, as you said, out of control. And it's Clydesdale's pushing it back at the other end. But stolen by Wickham. She's looking to push the ball, but Hamlin wasn't going to get up there for her. Mijovic with the penetration, the lefty, and it's Hamlin with a rebound through traffic. And it's going to be Rangers' ball. Was he pointing or was it 2 shots?
No,
it is Rangers' ball. It was a push off the ball.
Was that on Carly Mijovic? I couldn't quite see that. It was a fantastic rebounding contest.
It was just a good contest at the end of the day. And
that's right.
Hamlin was a little bit unlucky. She didn't make that there because she put herself in the right position to do it. But it's early days, halfway through the first term, and it's the Rangers leading early, 11-4 over the Perth Lynx.
And it's a pretty fast-paced game so far, Damien, and it's very physical out there. Both teams have decided to just attack. So this is going to be a good rest of the game.
Look, it's a 7-point lead to the Rangers early, but it's been a great and entertaining opening so far. And just at the moment, you know, Wickham really hasn't been able to get going, and you nearly sense that frustration as she made that out-of-control drive before. She wants to get going.
Yeah, she wants to get onto the scoreboard and she wants to start scoring, and you can see that in her face. But Todd Hunter is all over her, and so the help defence from the Rangers has been great as well. So Perth are going to have to find some other ways.
But like you said in the pre-game show, Jacinta Kennedy's come off the bench, made an immediate impact. But just the same with the Lynx, it's been Hamlin that's come off and made a bit of an impact as well in the paint.
Yeah, in game 1, when they actually started to use Hamlin inside, that's when Perth started to come back at us. And they need to get the ball in her hands a lot more often.
Well, it's going to be Rangers' ball here with 4:15 left in the first period. Todd Hunter with the ball. She's guarded by Phillips. Kennedy up high, puts the ball on the floor,
great drive
takes
from
Hamlin
Kennedy.
on.
Well done, Jacinta Kennedy drew the contact.
Well, it's a bit of a mismatch there. Kennedy's got the pace to get past Hamblin, but Hamlin's going to the size when they're going to be in the paint. So
Yeah,
it was a
that's
great
right.
move, and Hamblin went for the block, but unfortunately she got the body down low and is going to see Kennedy head to the line. Kennedy just looks so confident right now. She seems to have come onto the court, not just made an impact, but brought a calming influence to the rest of their team.
Yeah, well, Justina's an ex-Opal. She's a very experienced player. She was part of the Opals team that won the gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. And she's had a great couple of weeks.
And we're seeing the Rangers with some extended pressure, nearly forcing a backcourt violation there. And it's Wickham getting to the basket, dishes out, and it's Rangers ball.
And again, you can see the frustration on Sammy Whitcomb's face on that play.
Again, she was a bit out of control there. The right idea to kick it in that particular position, but wasn't able to find the mark, and it's the Rangers that are going to bring the ball up. Novosel into Kennedy. Coming off the curl. Tough running shot, fouled by Hamlin. That could be 2 quick fouls on Hamlin.
It was accidental contact, but nevertheless, it was contact.
It is her second. She'll check out, and it'll be Burton comes back on. But it's been some important minutes by Hamlin. And like Blitzarves, has just found herself in early foul trouble.
Yeah, I think that was actually Edmonton that just came back in, not Burton.
My apologies.
Just keeping you on your toes.
Cumming makes the second, and we're seeing the full court pressure here. This is trademark Dandenong basketball, but Whitcomb takes control and forces them to back off. Edmondson out wide, swings the ball.
And that's great defence again from Jacinta Kennedy.
Tough shot, and the Rangers are off and racing here. Great penetration, gets to the rim, and will go to the free throw line.
And Nat Novosel is so valuable coming in off the bench. She sparks the team. She can shoot. She can penetrate.
And Dandenong have done so well this season with missing her for a very big portion of the year as well. And the fact that they can add someone of the quality of Nat Novosel to the team.
That's right.
It's just shows the depth that the Rangers have got. So Novosel heads to the line for 2. Makes the first, and on Novosel too, coming in for Clydesdale, you don't lose anything, and some people might argue you get more.
Well, look, you certainly don't lose anything in experience and endeavour. They're both fantastic players.
And right now, it's all Rangers. They're out to a 16-4 lead, 12-point margin here in the first term at Dandenong Stadium. The winner of this game goes to the WNBL Grand Final, so the importance of this game is huge for either side. Edmondson in the paint, double teamed,
Did well
getting
to
out.
catch that.
Shot clock down to 2, and a big three-pointer.
That's a huge three.
Mijovic. Well, that's what she can do. She can stretch the defense, and they were desperate for that basket.
It was a lot better ball movement that time from Perth Lynx. Finished off with a great shot.
Kennedy with a seal in the paint, easy
And
score.
makes it. Jacinta Kennedy making an impact.
Wickham from downtown is off the mark. And the Rangers are off and racing. Coming, pull up, trademark, misses,
And
rebound.
gets her own boards.
And they'll reset. Todd Hunter out wide, coming with the ball. Todd Hunter, she launches. Nearly drops. It's Mijovic with the rebound, and she's got the ball off and running. Showing a bit of skill there, Mijovic. Wickham. Edmondson for 3. They need it. And it's coming with a rebound. She releases Todd Hunter. Todd Hunter. Novosel with a dish into Kennedy.
Oh, the right idea.
Coming wide open. This will be a backbreaker.
Yes! Awesome, Steph Cumming. And that's what we need to see.
And that's what we've talked about Rangers basketball all season long. The ball movement, pushing the tempo.
Yep.
Often a defensive rebound. Ball movement finds the open player, and they've made them pay. And with that three-pointer, they're out to a 21-7 lead.
And as you say, and it's good to see the Rangers getting into their running game again this week. They had 0 points from fast breaking last week, and that's their game. They love to get out and run the floor. And they've obviously been told to do that today.
And the crowd have really got into it off the back of that three-pointer with a minute and a half left in the first term. And right now, the Lynx are looking for how they're going to score.
Well, I'm tipping that they're sitting there in their timeout right now, and the coach doesn't look happy. They probably need to settle things down a bit. Maybe keep going to Carly Miovic. She's had a good quarter. But what about Jacinta Kennedy's impact? 6 points. She's come in and taken control in the paint there, Damien.
She certainly has, but Steph Cummings has 7 points as well and 5 rebounds, all in the first term. So Kennedy's had a big impact, as you mentioned, with the scoring, but she's also got 3 rebounds and really put the pressure on Hamblin, forcing her into 2 fouls and off the court.
Yeah, that's right. She's done her job. She's been very smart about it.
And again, I'll return to the depth. The Rangers have opened up this lead without Sarah Blitzarves, one of their most important players.
That's right, and exactly right. And hopefully we'll get Sarah back into the game in the second quarter.
Tessa Lavey bringing up the ball. She offloads to Edmondson. Wickham was calling for a foul down low. Burton's returned back to the floor. Lavey from long way out.
Tess Lavey can make those shots. She made a couple of huge shots in game 2. More than capable.
Well, the Perth Lynx really needed someone else to step up and score, and Lavey hits a big three-pointer late in the first term. Novacell Proving taking on Burton.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful move behind the back left hand.
She had the mismatch and had the extreme confidence to take the taller Burton on. Miovic pulls the trigger. Kennedy with a huge rebound in amongst the tall timber. And it's Clydesdale who's returned to the floor in place of Cumming, who is having a rest. That one was off the mark by Clydesdale, and the Lynx will regroup. It's less than a second shot clock difference here with just 20 seconds left in the first term. Wickham still looking to score. And it's Miovic with a beautiful...
That was a good-looking shot there from Miovic. Perfectly executed play.
I was lost for words there, but that was a great drive, and it's Clydesdale with a scoop!
On the buzzer! Oh, not on the buzzer. 4 seconds.
One. I don't blame you for getting excited, Tracy.
Yeah,
The fans are getting excited. She'll head to the line for the traditional three-point play and an opportunity to extend the lead out to 14.
Which is exactly the kind of start that Larissa Anderson and the coaching staff would have wanted.
And 4 seconds on the clock after this shot.
And that's down.
Miovic is summing it up. Lavey, she's going to have to launch this. Tough shot, way off target. And that's the end of the first term. And it's your Dandenong Jayco Rangers leading 26-12 after the first term. The first term, which was brought to you by La Trobe Financial, Australia's leading credit specialist. You're listening to Rangers Live thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer. Where the family holiday becomes a family tradition. Visit jayco.com.au. That first term was a return to Dandenong Rangers basketball, Tracy.
Oh, wasn't it? It was great to watch, very exciting. And for mine, you know, I'm loving watching Jacinta Kennedy come out and dominating. Steph Cummings having a great game so far. We're seeing Amy Clydesdale take it to him, which is what we've wanted to see for the last few weeks. And hopefully we can get Sarah Blitzarves back in the game, back involved in the scoring.
One of the things that points out to me, I say depth, but that's being reflected right now in the scoring and the contributions being made in the game. The Rangers have 5 scorers at the moment, yet the Perth Lynx only have 3 contributors. That's Carly Miovic with 7 points, Tess Lavey with that big three-pointer she hit,
yep.
and Hamblin, who looked dangerous but has only got 2 points.
Yeah, well, she got into a bit of foul trouble early and they sat her down, which is probably the right thing to do. Start this second quarter, and look, you can't keep Sammy Wickham down for a whole game, as we saw a couple of weeks back when Toddy kept it to 17, I think, in one game, and then the next game she comes out and shoots 41. So expect Sammy Wickham to get involved very soon.
Well, Steph Cummings leads the point scorers for Dandenong with 7. Kennedy's been outstanding with 6. Clydesdale has 5. Novosel 4. Fadlovic has 2. And there's no Sarah Blitzards because she had to leave early. And, you know, they've got to bring her back in this second term.
Yeah. And, you know, talking about depth, when a player gets into foul trouble early or they get injured or whatever, then there's always someone to step in, and it's an opportunity for someone. And you just got to grab those opportunities when they come up.
Most certainly. So the Perth Lynx need to find some scoring, and they need to find a way to get Sammy Whitcomb on the scoreboard. Mijovic has been playing a lone hand so far, and Hamlin looked good early. She got into foul trouble like Blitzards, and right now Dandenong are running the game. They're running the floor, passing the ball and making shots. So it'll be the Rangers inbounding the ball to start the second term. And it's Novosel. Blitzards is back into the game. Clydesdale probing, takes
Another
on Mijovic.
beautiful drive from Clydesdale.
And what was big about that one is she did so over Mijovic on that shot. No mean feat. Levy looking to probe. Hamlin's back on as well. Whitcomb is open. Nearly rattles it home off the backboard.
Almost a banker.
And right now, Whitcomb is off target and really frustrated.
Yeah, you can see it in her face, and you've got to give credit to Dandenong for that swarming defence. As we see Novosel miss that shot.
And Tessa Levy is advancing the ball. Whitcomb nearly loses it out of bounds. Swings it to Edmondson. She's probing. Out to Levy. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Levy will pull the trigger. That's a tough shot. Blitzards with the rebound. And it's Clydesdale all clear. It's a 16-point Rangers lead. Todd Hunter nearly throws it away. The Lynx come up with it. Levy's looking to push.
And a fantastic pass to Hamlin there.
And Hamlin has blown the easy one.
That was a great look from Sammy Whitcomb. What a pass.
Novosel out to Blitzards, who pulls the trigger way off target.
Way off target, yep. And that will be Rangers' ball.
And Blitzards just hasn't looked herself. I know she was in early foul trouble, but she overshot the ball early as well. And nothing's going right for the Perth Lynx right now.
There's still a long way to go. They'll work themselves into the game. They just got to find a way to get on the scoreboard.
So Malott hands off to Novosel. Look at the handoffs. Look at the swinging the ball. Novosel.
Beautiful shot from Nat Novosel. She's great on the drive. She's great on the pull-up jumper. She's got a whole repertoire of shots.
And that's the kind of play that Steph Cummings can make as well. Whitcomb. There we go. No, it's waved off just as she makes a basket. Called for the offensive foul.
What? I'm not in the best position to have seen that, but...
We didn't have a great angle on that,
and
but...
Perth coach hasn't got a very happy look on his face at the moment, and perhaps rightly so.
And a few choice words said there too, I dare say.
Yes, they've had a bit of a chat to the referee.
So just as Whitcomb had looked to take the glad wrap off the ring, she's called for the offensive foul, and the Perth Lynx have got a lot of work ahead of them now. Rangers ball, Clydesdale. Cumming is back onto the floor. Clydesdale straight into the paint. That's a stroll in the park.
That is awesome drive there from Clydesdale. She's on fire now. She's got her confidence up, and she's going to take that thing to the hoop every time.
That was actually too easy for Clydesdale that time up the court. The defence just opened up for her. As Levy's going to look to try and get into the paint here herself. Great dish to Hamlin, and that's just muscle.
Yep, used her body beautifully there against Malott.
One thing I've noticed, Hamlin's been getting it on that same side, on the left-hand side of the basket, and she's really struggled to finish on the left hand. So Perth Lynx really need both of these right now. They've got to try and build some momentum.
And they seem to have
She
They
rattles
came
that
out
one.
very aggressively and attacked the basket in the first couple of minutes, Perth Lynx, and they've seemed to have stopped doing that. They've stagnated on offense a little bit. Perhaps getting themselves to the line is the way to get back in this game.
Well, Hamler makes both. Much needed 2 points there for the Lynx as they look to build some momentum and get back into this contest. And it's not insurmountable at this point in time, as you mentioned, still early in the game, not even halfway through the second term. And we have seen more than 15-point margins erased in this year's competition.
Yeah, by both teams against each other. So, yeah, it's not
Big
over
block
yet.
by Hamlin. Wasn't able to save it from going out. Rangers will come up with it here. Look to regroup as they have the shot clock reset to 14. And they're asking... They've asked for the full 24 reset. It was only reset to 14. So just like that, Clydesdale's the leading scorer in the contest now with 9 too.
Yep, just like that.
Kennedy, you can see what the intent is
Fantastic
there.
move. Almost gets her own rebound. The Rangers come up with it through Steph Cumming.
And they came up with that because of the hustle by Kennedy, who dishes out for the 3 ball off target, but it's Todd Hunter who comes up with it. Nearly threw it away. Kennedy comes up with the rebounds, swings it out to Blitzarves. Todd Hunter down low, will go the reverse, blocked by Hamlin. Up just to beat the shot clock.
Probably not the smartest of moves to do.
And it's Edmondson. She's going to get to the rack, try to draw the foul.
And does.
No foul.
Oh, no foul.
No foul.
Sorry.
They've called it a block shot. Todd Hunter came up with a defensive play. Hamlin gets a well-earned rest. She came up with 3 blocks in short succession there. Struggling to get the ball in there. Mijovic trying to get into the paint to use her
Mijovic
size and strength, and that's a
showing
tough
everybody what a handle she's got on the basketball. That is a tough move.
move. She had handles. She was able to hit the turn away. Blitzard's going to go straight back up at her. Blitzard should have followed her shot there. She would have come up with a rebound, and Levy throws it away.
Straight over to the commentary desk.
Tracy Browning gets a touch.
Oh, I'd love to be out there. Sub me in.
Levy had the right idea, was unable to execute because she had Burton on the run. And it's the Rangers who looked inbound here with Todd Hunter going head-to-head with Whitcomb. She's done a great job so far. Whitcomb with a great defensive play there, nearly came up with a steal.
That was fantastic hustle there from Whitcomb.
Well, that's one way to try and play yourself into the game. I think Whitcomb may have hurt herself too. Tough runner.
What a shot from Steph Cumming. And you're right, I think Sammy Whitcomb might be limping there. No, she's not asking to come off.
She's calling for the sweat wipers, but she is going to get a break. I think she got a bit of a knock on the leg.
Let's give it up for our floor wipers. Doing some work at Jayco Rangers up 18.
She's looking okay on the bench. She's just gone for a breather. But the Rangers, they're leading comfortably at the moment. 18-point margin. With just over 5.5 minutes left in the first term. Mijovic and Clydesdale, the leading point scorers, along with Steph Cumming, all have 9 points so far in this contest. Mijovic doing the ball handling duties. Butler off to Levy. Levy with a beautiful pass to
great
Burton.
dump to Burton.
Burton's in trouble. Gets it out to Butler.
Who makes a huge 3.
And the Butler delivers.
Have you been waiting to say that?
That was a big shot, though. They needed that.
They did need that.
Oh, great shot
move
by
from Jacinta Kennedy
and
again.
one.
She's really having an impact in the paint in this game.
Jacinta Kennedy has been outstanding, playing like a spring chicken. She'll hate me to say that, but she is. She's playing.
I'm sure she'll love you saying that.
She's playing like she was 10 years ago. She's been outstanding so far, and every opportunity she's taken the ball against the Lynx's bigger players. And she's coming up with the big plays. Blitzarves nearly comes up with it.
Nat Novosel, great effort in bringing that ball back.
Oh, and they just throw it away again. That was Clydesdale with the turnover. Kennedy gets back.
Sprinting up the floor, almost gets the ball back.
Both teams showing their desperation now. Really sense that the Lynx are trying to lift right now. They feel like they're getting a bit of momentum back their way. Levy looking for the pick and roll with Mijovic. She gets into the paint. Bit of contact there.
A wild old pass there.
Keisha Lee turns it over though, dished it straight out of bounds, and Rangers through blitzers will come away. And another chance to edge further ahead.
Sarah Blitzarves looks a little bit down on confidence at the moment. She needs to play herself back into the game.
Kennedy. Novosel flies through. Unable to save it. Barrels her teammate out of bounds, but
great hustle there from Nat Novosel. In fact, great hustle from all the Rangers team at the moment.
Now's your time, Ranger fans. Let's go, Rangers. Let's go. Come on,
Phillips to Levy. Butler. Mijovic. Mijovic is looking to do this herself here. No, she's not. Pick and roll. Oh, Levy dishes out wide to Lee. Off target. Blitzarves flies in.
Blitzarves.
Clydesdale. She's off to the races.
And makes it. Amy Clydesdale having a night out so far.
She's the leading scorer of the game with 11 now. Lee putting the moves on. Block shot by Kennedy. Novosel. She's looking to keep the momentum, but just going to regroup here. Novosel out wide, and a foul's called just as Cummings drills a three-pointer. That'll be waved off. It'll be Rangers ball on the end line.
Yeah, Perth seem to have lost their way a little bit without Sammy Whitcomb on the floor, and as we see her coming back in now.
Time out to the Rangers. They're leading 38-19, and this second quarter is brought to you by Berwick Mazda, where we'll find the right vehicle for you. Head in and take a test drive at berwickmazda.com.au.
And what a great last quarter there from Amy Clydesdale. She's up with a leading scorer with 11 points. Steph coming with 9, Jacinta Kennedy with 8. Jacinta Kennedy contributing at both ends of the floor.
Well,
boarding, blocking shots, she's doing it all.
Well, Kenning's got 5 rebounds. Cumming had all 5 of her rebounds in the first term. And right now for the Lynx, Mijovic is the only one that's looking to do any scoring. They need to really have a few other players lift up, and of course none more so than Whitcomb, who to this date still has a donut.
Look, Tess Levy has been, she's given some great drive and dishes to the big girls underneath who haven't been able to finish it off. She's been pretty smart and she's trying her hardest. But yeah, they do need Sammy Whitcomb to start firing.
And you've touched on that because Hamblin has looked really dangerous in the paint, just hasn't been able to finish. And Nat Burton's been in a prime position to score a few times now
and
hasn't been able to do it. Yeah. So you're listening to Rangers Live and Rangers TV thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer. Where the family holiday becomes a family tradition, visit jayco.com.au. So it's the Rangers here with all the momentum. The Lynx are going to have to probably head into half-time for a bit of regrouping and maybe a rethink around their strategy moving forward because they have not been able to halt the running game of the Rangers.
Yeah, they've been pushed right out of their offence at the other end as well. So, yeah, they've got some work to do.
Novosel just looks so dangerous in this contest.
And has drawn the foul.
And that's on Butler.
But really had nowhere to go on that play. She was quite lucky there to pick up the foul.
And we're in the bonus, and that's more reflective of just how hard the Rangers have pushed the ball. And every opportunity that Kennedy and Clydesdale and Novosel and we haven't seen it from Blitzars yet. They've just penetrate the whole time.
And it's worked for them.
With that free throw, we're now out to a 20-point margin for the first time this game. And that's Edmondson just fighting for the rebound there, fighting for something. She comes up with a foul call. Ali Malott comes off, and for the first time in this game, we've got Lauren Scherf.
And that's interesting, you know, Lauren Scherf, her minutes have been reduced over the last few weeks, but that's a good sign. It just shows that all the other big girls are just playing so well.
Blitzarve, hand in the face of Whitcomb, turnover. She's well outside her game. Whitcomb's going to have to just reset at half-time, one feels. She just hasn't been able to get anything going. And the Rangers just need to take some credit. They've been in her face all game, whether it's been Todd Hunter in particular, and that time it was Blitzarves, who's going head-to-head with Edmondson right now. Great entry pass
Great
to
little
Scherf.
dump.
Burton came up with a rebound. Lavey.
Oh, great move there from Phillips,
Phillips showing some candy.
who is an ex-Ranger player and knows this court very well, and she's probably got a lot of fans here today too.
It was a nice move by Phillips that time. And
Oh, what a
penetration by
great dump from Cumming.
rims out.
Unlucky.
Edmondson's going to bring the ball up. But again, they're getting open shots nearly every time. Phillips down under the paint. Look at that. That was a bit of a brain fade there by the Rangers.
A little bit of a brain fade, yes. But Phillips makes the shot.
It's 4 straight points to the Lynx. It's something we haven't said all game. Novacell out to Clydesdale. Back out to Novacell for the long range 2.
Oh, what a great little two-man play there from Novacell and Clydesdale. Beautifully executed.
Rangers, let's go.
Burton, Lavey out wide, looking for Phillips, who gets through down low. Edmondson with the ball. Finds herself headed up against Blitzarves. Offload to Burton. Burton with a mid-range jumper. That was a better play
Is that
there.
her first 2 points?
That was Burton's first 2 points. Burton does only average just under 4 points a game though. And the Lynx are off and running here. They've got numbers. And it's Phillips. Isn't quite able to find a reach in there. Cumming didn't need to do that.
She didn't. She had great position. Her defensive transition there was excellent. She didn't need to foul.
Well, Phillips had the opportunity and it was Cumming that shut it down. And it was just for that loose reach in there that has seen the pressure release momentarily. So we just saw a little burst there from the Lynx for the first time in this game. Phillips made a couple of baskets back to back, and then Burton hits that mid-ranger. And while we were out to 21 points, I think it was for a second there, we're now back to 16. So
yep.
again, if they can make another couple of baskets here in the last minute and a half or so, the Lynx have got something positive to talk about at halftime.
And that's exactly what Andy Stewart will be telling them now. We need to get another couple of buckets here, get it back to a gettable margin before half-time, and we can go and regroup.
If we look at the Rangers right now, we haven't seen a lot from Ali Malott. They probably haven't needed her, to be honest with you, at this point in time. Sarah Blitzarves hasn't been able to get going, and from that, you know, she had a really nervous start in that first period, picked up 2 fouls, and has really not recovered at this point in time.
She hasn't, and yeah, you're right, and she seems to not be playing with the usual confidence she has. So hopefully in the second half, all those negative thoughts will be behind her and she'll come out firing.
And they're the same kind of thoughts that'll be in the locker room with the Lynx at half-time, I think.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to have to rethink some of their strategy because it just hasn't worked to date. And Whitcomb's tried to do with the one-on-one thing and it hasn't worked. And she's just got more and more frustrated. And every time you've seen her go to the paint, it just seems to be mistakes being made. So right now the Rangers are in command.
But as we've seen, having said that, Damien, as we've seen, you cannot keep a player of Sammy Whitcomb's calibre down for the whole game. So I'm expecting a big second half from Sammy.
Well, I think the fans want to see that too. You want to see the best players step up at the best occasion, on the big occasion. And we've got Whitcomb with the ball in her hands right now. Out to Phillips. She pulls up for the long range 2. And there's Burton.
And Burton makes another shot.
Burton out-muscled Kennedy that time. Kennedy Kennedy thought she got fouled, but now she's saying there's sweat in the key as well, telling the ref what to do. Fadlovic.
Oh, it's a scrap.
Everyone's on the floor here, and it's the Lynx come away with a rare ball. Oh, a pocket was pinched there by Cumming.
Both teams
Fadlovic nearly had the same thing done to her.
desperation out there.
And it's Cumming that'll regroup. Looking to get another basket here. Novosel down to the corner, into the paint. Not quite by Kennedy.
Let's go, Rangers!
That's Levy.
Let's go!
Shot clock switched off. 10 seconds on the clock. Wickham fighting hard to get
Demanding
open.
the ball inside.
And we got the mismatch now. And she'll get to the line.
That was a well-executed play there from Wickham. Very smart.
She managed to get the mismatch there, managed to lose Todd Hunter and end up with Kennedy on the switch. And she used it to her advantage, but they made her earn it.
They did make her earn it, and that's what you got to do.
So Wickham, she's looking to score her first points of the first half. That is something we would not have thought we would be saying
Yeah.
at this point in time.
And probably something nobody has said this season.
So the competition's leading scorer, record holder, scores her first point of the game. And of course, she's headed to the Seattle Storm after this season as well.
She is. That's so exciting for her. I'm sure everybody is looking forward to watching her play in the WNBA.
So she makes both. Time will run out here. And it's the Jayco Dandenong Rangers leading 41-29 at halftime. Lynx had a little bit of a run towards the end, but that was extinguished in essence by the Rangers, who are in total control of this contest right now.
They are. They're exactly where they would have hoped to have been at this point in the game. But there's still another half to play, Damien, and anything can happen. And the Perth will have a chance now to regroup and try another tactic. We expect Sammy Wickham will come out and potentially shoot the lights out in the second half. So Rangers, it's certainly not over yet, but they are in a great position.
So as Amy Clydesdale had an outstanding second quarter. She moved up to 11 points. She leads all scorers. Steph Cumming has 9. Natalie Novosel has 9. Kennedy has 8, just to show you how the really balanced scoring attack there from the Rangers. Carly Mijovic has just about been a lone hand. She has 9. And Nat Burton, Tanea Phillips and Ruth Hamlin all have 4 each. And again, we did not mention Sammy Wickham in that list.
No, we did not. And I just want to point out again how valuable Jacinta Kennedy's minutes have been off the bench. She did the same last week. She had 10 points, 9 rebounds off the bench. She's just been so valuable tonight and very smart.
Most certainly. And
this afternoon,
today.
I should say. Yes.
And it's still early afternoon in Perth for all those listening over there. It has been a tough first half for your Lynx, but with Sammy Wickham and your team, anything can happen.
That's right.
So on the rebounding side of things, Jacinta Kennedy has 5, Steph Cummings has 5, Nat Burton has 5 to lead for the Perth Lynx. While on the assist side of things, Amy Clydesdale has 2, Steph Cumming 2, and Tess Levy has 2 as well. So it's been a really entertaining first half, one that Rangers fans will absolutely be loving. And of course, if you're a Lynx fan, you've got hope because Sammy Wickham will be coming out after half-time.
Most definitely.
But there is another big game today as well. We have the Perth Wildcats playing off in Game 3 of the NBL Grand Final Series. So if you don't want to know the score, quickly turn off the sound because it's the Perth Wildcats leading 41-26 over the Illawarra Hawks halfway through the second period. So Perth Wildcats are very much on their way to winning another NBL title.
They are. I mean, they're a fantastic team, fantastic organisation, and yeah, it's going to be very difficult for the Hawks to come back from here.
Yeah, so for the Wildcats, it's been Cotton. He's been on fire. He has 19 points, not even half-time. And for the Illawarra Hawks, it's been Oscar Foreman with 6. So you can see that it's nearly like a total replication of the game we're seeing here. There's a big lopsided result heading into half-time. So we're just going to take a half-time break. We'll be back with you shortly on Rangers TV. On Rangers Live, thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer, where the family holiday becomes a family tradition. Visit jayco.com.au.
Folks, keep that round of applause going. The dual led by dance crew, the Street Dance Studio Junior crew, putting on a show. You can come and join them at 3/4 time out here on court. We're going to have a dance off. You're going to come out here at 3/4 time. We have prizes for everyone, but special prize to our best two dancers. We ran this last week, folks. We're going to do it again. Musical chairs representing our sponsors. Ricar represented by Cameron. Festool have got Holger coming out. Hannah Rose representing Jayco, Luke's coming out for DC Partners, and Abby for the Hawthorn Magic, Spencer for the Flames. They're not sponsors, they're just teams that want to get involved. And representing Jewel Empire, he's been out here putting on a show on the dance floor. Give it up for Chesson coming back out. Come on out, folks, musical chairs. Let's put them in the middle, move them over here. You want to go there, nice, Michelle, like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 chairs. 7 contestants, that's what I'm talking about. So we're short a chair, big kids picking on the little ones here, this is what I like. You get a basketball each though, folks, you've got to dribble your basketball. The whistle's blown a lot of times tonight, don't think they won't blow it during this. If you travel, we're going to blow it and get you out. Ball for Cam. Alright folks, this is how it works, dribbling around the chairs. Troy's going to play some music. When the music stops, you need to find a chair to sit in. You've got to sit on it the right way too. They're obviously facing different ways. So as soon as it stops, you've got to find a chair. When it stops, you've got to find a chair. 3 on 1 chair. Oh, Chesson! What a move by Chesson! What's this young man's name? What's your name, sir? Sorry? Holger? Holger from Festool. He's done a good job. Thanks to the folks at Festool. They sponsor Sarah Blitzars. But unfortunately, Holger, you're out. The taller they are, the harder they fall. Chesson just spins them all with his fingers. A little bit of swag. 1 chair's going to go. Michelle's taken it out. This is nice. Hannah Rose is doing well. 3 people on 1 chair. They just left the other blank. There's 1 here. Oh, too slow for the Hawthorn Magic. Give it up for Abby. She did a great job. It is Abby, isn't it? Because we didn't remember your name before. Well done, Abby. Give me 5. Hawthorn Magic, give it up for Abby. She's done well. It's getting harder now. 4 chairs. 5 contestants. Troy's on the music. When he cuts it, you got to find one. Oh, it's down. Guys, there's a Cam. Such a bully. Hannah Rose did well. Hey, mate, what's your name? Luke, do you think that was mean of Cam to move that chair out of the way?
Yes.
Yeah. Nah, Cam from Ricar, we like him. Give it up for Luke. Helping us out from DC Partners. Sponsoring Amelia Todd Hunter. Nice work, Luke. 1 chair's going. See if Carmen's on Cam's side. Why don't you clap along, folks? Here we go. Hannah Rose, just a sole female contestant. Let Hannah get it! She's done well. Look at that. Ripped it away from Cam from Ricar. He's done a good job. Nice work, folks. Give it up for Cam. He's done a good job. He's getting married this year too, folks, so I don't think you're a chance there. 3 left. The Flames, the dual led by dance crew and Jayco. Hannah Rose, Chesson, and Spencer from the Flames. I was looking at my sheet. Who got it? Chesson was there. Hannah Rose, give her a round of applause. She did really well. Big thanks to Hannah Rose and the crew at Jayco. Now this is how it works. The Flames, you're right there, you're doing well. Hey buddy, what's your name?
Spencer.
That's good because it says Spencer on my sheet. And this is Chesson here, the way it works. Chesson, how you going?
Good.
The way it works, you're going to keep dribbling. Spencer, you got to run to the baseline and back to get to the chair. Spencer, you're going that way, go. Go, go. Go, Spencer! You don't have to shoot it, just get in the chair. Go, go, go! Spencer, we've got a Jayco Rangers shirt for you. That one should fit just nicely. Take no idea. Here we go. Hold it up. Give it up for Spencer doing work. And Chesham, he was good. He got confused. He didn't know whether to backflip or shoot the ball. Hey Chesham, we got a Rangers shirt for you because you did well. Chesham from the Jewel and Finance Group. Hey, both teams back on the floor, folks. Have a round of applause for the Perth Lynx. I like it. Have a massive round of applause for your Jayco Rangers.
So welcome back to Rangers TV for our history-making semi-final Game 3 between the hometown Jayco Dandenong Rangers and the Perth Lynx here at Dandenong Stadium. I'm Damien Arsenis from the Pick and Roll, and today I am stepping in for Stephen King. He wasn't able to make it, and of course Tracy Browning is here, WNBL legend, and loving the game so far because it's her Rangers that are up and they've been in convincing fashion so far. They're leading 41-29 over the Lynx, who of course won Game 2 just on Friday night, and right now it's been all Dandenong Rangers. And the big story of the first half isn't necessarily how well the Rangers have played, it's the fact that the competition's all-time single season leading scorer and MVP was held to 2 points in the first half, and she only made them from the free throw line within the last minute of the first half.
Yeah, and before this game started you would not have been able to call that one. But look, as we spoke about in the first half, Sammy's a quality player. She's got massive firepower, so she's not going to be scoreless or only have a 2-point second half. You can bet on that.
So in that halftime break, and the Perth Lynx would have had a lot to talk about. What do they need to do? Because for me, it's an obvious thing. The Rangers want to keep playing Rangers ball, which is exactly what they've been doing.
Yep.
Yes, there's some little things that they can do better, but that's what it is. It's a bit of a, what I would call a bit of a tinker under the bonnet, so to speak. But the Lynx really have to come out and do something different right now.
Yeah, they've got to find other scoring options other than Sammy Whitcomb and allow her to get herself back into this game. Carly Mijovic's been getting the job done. She's got 9 points. Tess Lavey has been good too, in my opinion. But yeah, they just need to find another 2 scoring options.
Well, it's certainly, that's been the story of the game for the Perth Lynx. It's just not having the scoring options and being able to do so consistently. They did get a bit of a momentum going late in the second term, and that's something they would have been focusing at halftime again. Something positive was actually happening on the court.
No, that's right. In that last minute, there was a little bit of a momentum swing. But both teams have, had a bit of a break now and refocus. It's a different ball game now this second half, and as you say, it's a history-making game, and both teams will want to be a winning team in this history-making game.
Well, on Friday night in Perth, it was the Lynx that had control in the first half. The Rangers came out in that third term and really closed it right up. And of course, it was then Sammy Whitcomb took over in the final quarter, and the rest was history.
Yeah.
So right now it's a similar scenario, but it's really been flipped back.
It's reversed, that's right. And I think Rangers hit the lead at one stage in that third quarter.
They certainly
the other
did.
night. So it was a very tense situation, very close game, and then Sammy Whitcomb just blew the game apart. And if it wasn't for that, the Rangers may have got up in that game. But here we are, game 3, and it's game on for second half.
Well, right now it could be the championship quarter for the Dandenong Rangers or the Perth Lynx as we're heading into this third term. This third term is brought to you by the City of Greater Dandenong, the City of Opportunity. Visit greaterdandenong.com. So right now, having a look, we've got Steph Cumming, Ali Malott, Sarah Blitzarves, Amelia Todd Hunter and Amy Clydesdale are on. And for the Lynx, it's Tessa Levy. It looks like Edmondson, Whitcomb, Burton and Mijovic. So here we go. Second half underway, and it's Whitcomb with first touch and an immediate aggressive move to the basket and a score.
A turnaround jumper over the top of two players there. That's not a bad start, Damien.
It's a great start, and it's one that we didn't see in the first half at all. And I was just watching Perth coach Stewart, and you should have seen the look of relief on his face when she hit that shot. Blitzarve with a fumble, and it's going to be Perth Lynx ball.
The idea was right there. The pass just was a little bit off there from Ali Malott.
So the Lynx here will look to capitalise on a Rangers turnover, and it's Whitcomb with the ball in her hand, and she's taking on, pulls up from a long way. It was off target.
As Burton commits a foul there on Steph Cumming mid-court.
You can nearly see it right now. It's like Whitcomb's going to try and take this game over.
Yeah, she's got that look in her eye.
2 possessions and she hasn't passed it off. However, she has shown she can hit those shots this season, and in the other night, in that fourth term in particular, she was hitting them from everywhere.
Oh, and not even looking, it seemed like on the telecast. Amazing.
When she gets that quick release shooting action, one of my mates talked to me about it, and it reminded us of when Steph Curry releases the ball.
Yeah, it was very, very similar.
So it's Clydesdale going head-to-head with Levy, and we've got a switch here. Hamblin, and they're going to go inside. Malott into the post. Turnaround jumper is
and
good.
And that's a lovely shot there from Ali Malott.
And again, the Rangers didn't get a lot of offensive production from her. They probably didn't need it in the first half, but that's an encouraging sign for the Rangers. As Whitcomb wheeling and dealing, she's looking for that 3 ball. Bang! There we go.
There she goes.
3 possessions, 5 points for Sammy Whitcomb to open the second half.
Just like that.
Well, they're going to need more of it, though, because they're still trailing. And a call for a travel. Clydesdale's not happy.
Clydesdale having a little chat with the referee.
Well, the referees...
Which never helps.
The referee's signals weren't exactly confident in that call, but nonetheless, it's going to be Lynx ball. It was still probably going to be a Rangers turnover, even if it wasn't called a travel. So it's Levy who'll advance the ball going up. She'll hand off to Whitcomb. Whitcomb's going to look to shoot this, surely. She penetrates and stolen by Todd Hunter.
Great steal from Todd Hunter. Whitcomb didn't really have anywhere to go there.
No.
Forced that turnover.
If she was going to do it herself, it probably would have been better just to pull up for another 3-point attempt that time. But as it happens, it's a turnover. Clydesdale tries to force it into the paint to Malott. Sneaking in behind is Blitzarves, who overshoots the ball. We've seen that 2 or 3 times from her. It's either been overshoot or undershoot.
She actually had a little more time there than she thought she did. She could have landed there, got her balance, and up for the easy 2.
She was there. The Rangers will come up with it again. Todd Hunter out to Malott, who can shoot the 3 ball. She goes hard. Lefty is off target. And it's Edmondson who'll push the paint, push it up the court, out of control. Flashes back, and it's Mijovic who'll get it to Levy. Levy looks to regroup. Mijovic to Whitcomb.
Oh, great
defence
steal.
by Clydesdale.
Clydesdale anticipated that move.
Clydesdale pushes out to Blitzarves to Malott, who's wide open. She turns it down to get to the rim and one.
Makes it. Great job, Ali Malott. Smart move, took Hamlin to the bucket, knew she could blow by her.
So just the last few possessions at the other end, Whitcomb's tried to get to the paint, trying to do too much, one would think, and it's certainly trying to put her team on her back, and she's capable. But just going a little bit too far, and certainly when you got talent like Mijovic, who hasn't even had a shot yet, hasn't had an opportunity, yeah, she's probably better off handing it off in that circumstance. But right now, Malott for the three-point play is good.
And makes it.
And just as the Lynx were making a bit of a challenge there, it's back out to 12 points. And the Lynx started so well through Whitcomb, admittedly. See, there we go. Great pass to Hamlin. And that's exactly what I was talking about, not trying to do it all yourself. She's such a dangerous player. She draws traffic.
That's right.
She needs to find the open player.
That was a pinpoint pass there into Hamlin. She's so great at that.
And when you're such an offensive talent that Whitcomb is, she's going to find lots of open players because of the attention she draws. And Malott's off target with that three-point attempt.
Probably not the smartest of shots to take there. There was no one under the boards there for Rangers.
Whitcomb on the pick and roll. That's a better drive. Great pass to Hamlin. The 1-2 again.
And we see a little bit of a momentum swing here now. Damien, Perth Lynx have got their tails up.
But that's where Whitcomb's made an adjustment there. She hasn't tried to force the shot. She's been aggressive, found the open Hamlin on both occasions, and they've come up with 4 straight points. Todd Hunter, tough shot. Edmondson with the rebound. And right now, the Lynx are making their move. We're under 10 points. It's 8-point margin here. There's certainly been that shift of momentum.
There has been.
Whitcomb. Clydesdale trying to guard her. Pulls up for the 3, way off target.
Good boards there from Amelia Todd Hunter.
Clydesdale may have even got a touch on that shot. Malott's working hard in the post. Blitzarves. Good show there by Mijovic to shut down the lane. Shot clock's down to 5. Todd Hunter in the corner. Coming for 3.
And fouled! 4-point play coming up.
What a big shot by Steph Cumming. Hits the three-pointer and the foul. She'll head to the line, and that's one way to halt the momentum.
Absolutely. As we see Jacinta Kennedy come back in for Ali Malott, which is a great move there by Larissa Anderson.
That's a big play by Cumming. Having said that, she's made big plays all season, but they've usually been going to the rim rather than shooting the 3-ball. But that's a big play, just as the Lynx were really threatening to close the margin.
That is a huge momentum killer there.
So Kennedy's back into the lineup, coming in for a lot, who'd missed a couple of shots, but started the quarter strongly. And for the 4-point play, here is Steph Cumming.
And makes it.
Full court pressure extended
here. We all love a 4-point play.
And we have a substitution. Todd Hunter's out, Novoseli's back in. Todd Hunter did a brilliant job at Whitcomb to really halt that momentum that she individually had, combining with Clydesdale really well. And now Novosel will have a job up the other end. Lavey steps out for 3. Bang!
And that's a beautiful shot from Tess Lavey.
And that was a confident shot, no hesitation whatsoever. And we're back to a 9-point game. And a steal by Lavey. That was a lazy pass by Clydesdale. And she's going to pull the trigger here, is she? Little entry pass to Hamlin, double team.
Great D there from the Rangers. Excellent D there from the Rangers.
Hamlin would have been more advised to dish that one back out. And it's Steph Cumming, who has an entry pass to Kennedy. Novosel rolls off her to the paint.
Great drive from Novosel.
That's a tough shot, good defence, and that's going to be Lynx ball. That's a bit unlucky there from Novosel. Hit her when she was standing out of bounds. Well, it was a good strong drive, but good defence there too by the Lynx.
As we see Sammy Whitcomb come back in, and we see Todd Hunter come back in for the Rangers.
Surprise, surprise. Reminds me back in the day when you'd see the same with Andrew Gaze and Darren Lucas would come back in.
Yeah, that's right. What a tussle those two used to have.
That's right. We have a timeout here. The Rangers still up, but only by 9 now. It's the Lynx that have had the better of the third term so far.
They have.
The third term, which is brought to you by the City of Greater Dandenong, the City of Opportunity. Visit greaterdandenong.com. So Steph Cumming with that 4-point play now leads all scorers with 13. Mijovic still leads the Lynx with 9. Hamblin's now up to 8, and Sammy Whitcomb wasn't even in our conversation in the leading scorers. She's now up to 7 with 5 third quarter points.
Yeah, she came out so aggressively at the start of that third quarter of this half and said, I'm playing myself back into this game no matter what, which she's managed to do. But she's also made some fantastic assists as well, as you touched on before. She doesn't actually need to score all the points.
Yeah, she made a good adjustment there. She really put the team on her back there for a moment. Had a couple of tough turnovers where she forced a little bit, but then she adjusted herself and then found Hamblin for two assists, which was just great heads-up play. So we've got a great contest here now. It's certainly the Lynx are making a game of it. They're not going to let this go down without a fight.
Oh, absolutely not. It's a final, it's a decider.
And you can certainly see the body language was a lot better in that timeout from the Lynx, and certainly been a lot better in this second half. But for the Rangers, they've still got talent and weapons there, and Sarah Blitzards is the notable one for me that really hasn't stepped up in this game yet.
Yeah, and same with Ali Malott. Ali Malott's capable of big scores too, so, once those two start firing, well, we need them on the score sheet.
So it's Phillips with the ball here, out in the wing, probing, out to Butler. Phillips is looking she's looking to score here. Tough shot, goes left.
Oh, that was unlucky. Rimmed out there for Phillips. It was a great move.
Novosel back out to Blitzarves. Kennedy off to Todd Hunter. Shot clock's down to 5. Blitzarves is going to take it. Whitcomb is absolutely hammered.
Hammered in there. Unintentionally though, Damien, it was just a great contest.
Everyone went for the ball.
The swarm of players were all over that.
Everyone went for the ball, but she got hammered. She was the meat in the sandwich. And Kennedy picks up the foul there. And it'll be Tanea Phillips bringing the ball up the court. We talk about Blitzarves not taking a shot, although there we go from Whitcomb. Tough shot. Hamlin fighting for it. She's on her knees. And it's going to be Rangers' ball.
And what a super effort from Hamblin there. She had Kennedy on one side, Novosel on the other, and never gave up for a second.
So I was just about to say for the Lynx, we haven't seen a lot of Mijovic this quarter. Certainly we can say that Whitcomb's been looking to step up and make a difference and linking well with Hamblin, but it was really Mijovic that did all the scoring in the first half for the Lynx, and we haven't really seen any of her this term so far as Todd Hunter pulls the trigger off the back of the iron, and it's Whitcomb again comes up with a rebound. She creates some separation from Todd Hunter.
That's a good way of putting it.
And there we go.
Blitzarves gets her third foul.
And there we go. We just saw Mijovic be a bit more aggressive, but coming back to Blitzarves with the third foul, we haven't seen her usual aggressive self offensively either. There was a few times in this period already where she's had the ball on the perimeter, one out. She would normally just drive.
Just drive, yeah.
And we haven't seen that.
Yep, she's down on confidence, no doubt, this game. Very unlucky though at first quarter to pick up those 2 fouls early.
Certainly didn't help, but Hamblin was in exactly the same position and she's really lifted.
True.
So it's the Rangers still up by 9. We haven't had a score for the last few plays up the court. The Lynx ball, Whitcomb inbounding. Hamblin looking for the handoff to Whitcomb. Pulls the trigger.
And that was in from the minute it left her hand. What a beautiful shot there from Sammy Whitcomb.
You could almost read that was going to happen there, and it nearly seemed the Rangers were oblivious that it was going to happen. Nonetheless, Whitcomb has got going. She's now up to 8 points in the game with that basket. And it was a big basket as Novosel fires from long range.
And makes it.
She answers.
Nat Novosel is renowned for coming up with those big buckets.
Todd Hunter not giving Whitcomb any space.
Good look from Mijovic to Hamblin.
Hamblin makes them pay. And the encouraging thing there, we weren't able to see Hamblin make those on the left-hand glass in the first half, but she just did then.
Great drive and
Oh,
dump
what
from
a
Kennedy.
dish!
How did she see her around Hamblin? What a great move.
Novotel with eyes in the back of her head comes up with the assist. That was great play there as the Rangers move back out to a...
And the frustration
9-point
showing
lead.
there with Sammy Wickham and Todd Hunter all over her.
Tough shot by Levy. And it's coming with the ball. Todd Hunter was open back door. Badlovich didn't see her. Novosel wheeling and dealing. It's going to be Kennedy. Straight up at Hamblin. That's tough.
That is a tough move. Drew the contact, but no call from the referee.
Hamblin running the court. Oh!
And
Kennedy. Is that a professional foul?
I think it was a professional foul. Let's see what the referees say.
I'm going to call it a professional frustration foul.
Yeah.
She probably thought she got fouled at the other end.
Exactly right.
But Hamblin running the court. Great play by the Lynx.
Yeah, fantastic play. And yeah, great effort there from Hamlin. But probably not. That's probably a smart foul there from Kennedy, making her go back to the line and earn it.
And Hamblin, she makes the first.
Amazing. You get louder. Come on, Ranger fans.
With that free throw, we now have a 7-point ball game.
Okay, well, Hamlin's been the one in this quarter that stepped up. Damien, it was Mia Vicky in the second quarter. Hamlin's been a big factor.
Certainly offensively, and I think you talked about the play of Scherf, and there we go. Scherf's just stepping into the game.
Give it up for Justina Kennedy coming out.
Larissa Anderson's realised they need a bit more size in the paint,
Yep.
bit of a stronger body, because Hamblin has certainly been doing a bit of damage. Well, Lynx with full court pressure, but Clydesdale just glides through them. Cumming will regroup here. Clydesdale, mismatch against Mivic. Cumming with a big three, it's going to drop.
And it's got the roll.
That's the shooter's roll.
Huge three from Steph Cumming. It's definitely the shooter's roll.
Let's go, Rangers.
Two big three-pointers in this third term by Steph Cumming has kept the Rangers ahead, because really the momentum's been all with the Lynx in this period. Levy with a great drive, entry pass. Oh!
And that could have been a travel.
Scherf may have been a little bit unlucky given some of the
Yeah.
contact we've seen in this game let go. She's certainly got a big chunk of ball there as well. But again, Hamblin is
Yep.
really causing some trouble
She
inside
is.
the paint for the Rangers in this period. Probably the biggest thing in this period compared to the first half is she's making them pay.
Yep, she is.
And now the crowd are really getting involved here.
The atmosphere's a little bit tense here in the stadium. I can feel it.
There's a bit of stunned reaction was there for a while as the crowd are really trying to put Hamblin off her game, because it's all been Rangers basketball until this period. Great hustle by the Lynx.
Jump ball, which way's it going?
Whose balls are going to be? It's Rangers,
It's Rangers ball.
on the possession arrow.
Great hustle from both players there.
Suffer the Rangers. Give it up for Rosie Farmer.
And we see Sarah Blitzarves come back into the game for this last minute.
Well, the Lynx are going to keep the extended pressure here. They're going to look to come up with a steal or two to really try and ram home the momentum that they've had in this period. Clydesdale, they've broken that with ease.
Great
Great
way to
screen
break
by
the-
Scherf. Called for the offensive foul.
Oh, wow.
Basket has been waved off.
That's a big call.
Maybe I'm being generous, but I thought that was just a good tough screen.
Jayco Rangers number.
Nonetheless, the Lynx are going to come up with it here with a minute 12 left in the third term. They're trailing by 9.
I think Larissa Anderson's having a few words to the referee down the other end.
Edmondson swings it out to Wickham, who's wide open.
And makes a huge three. And this is exactly what we predicted, Damien.
Back to a 6-point ball game on the back of another Wickham triple. And the Rangers throw it away just
great
about.
tap into Novosel, who makes the 2.
How did Steph Cumming get that back into court?
I don't know, it was magnificent.
Edmondson with the ball, looking to go back to Hamblin, but it's Wickham. Head-to-head with Novosel. Blitzarv shows out. Mijovic showing and called for an offensive foul.
Wow.
I'm puzzled by that call.
Yeah, me too. That's another huge call. 2 huge calls in the last couple of plays.
We're
down the other end, Damien, but yeah, that was a bit questionable, that one.
We're Rangers TV, but certainly that was a questionable call. Nonetheless, the Rangers are going to come up with it. There's been a few either way. And it's Novosel with ball in hand. 15 seconds left in the third term. Looking for the final shot of the quarter. Wickham with the deflection. And the steal!
And a steal!
Wickham!
Sarah Blitzarz was probably not concentrating as much as she should have been on that last play. She thought she had it in her hands.
Well, we said at half-time, what can the Perth Lynx do in this third term? And what can Sammy Wickham do in this third term? Well, just like that, Sammy Wickham has come out and gone bang, 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 steal, layup, and we have a 6-point ball game when the Rangers led by as many as 21 points in that first half. 6-point ball game, and it's Sammy Wickham and the Ruth Hamblin show in that third term.
That's right, and we spoke about at halftime, we said that the Lynx will have to find another scoring option, and they did in Ruth Hamblin. She had a massive impact in that quarter, so this is going to be a fantastic final quarter.
Well, we are set up for a huge final quarter here to determine the final grand finalists for the 2017 WNBL Grand Final. Of course, the Sydney Uni Flames are already there after they accounted for the reigning champs, the Townsville Fire. But Sammy Wickham's now up to 15 points. She had 2 up to half-time. 13-point period by Wickham, the MVP, the leading scorer of the league, has shown just how valuable she can be. But I don't want to take anything away from Steph Cumming, though. Steph Cumming was outstanding in that quarter as well. She came up with some massive three-pointers. The 4-point play, you don't see one of those every day.
That was amazing.
So we're really set up for a massive showdown here in the final period. And for the fans, if you're watching this at home, they're really into it now because we have a game. And those in Perth, get excited because your team's back in it. So on the back of that, the Perth Wildcats are also in action today, and they were in total control in the first half. Well, they've had a bit of a turnaround as well. It's the Illawarra Hawks have closed to within 4 points halfway through the third term. So that's a big turnaround there in the NBL.
That's a huge turnaround.
And again, the Illawarra Hawks need to win to stay in contention. The Wildcats will win the NBL championship if they can come away with their Game 3 win today. So keeping you up to date there. But it's been Bryce Cotton, 27 points for the Wildcats, has been on fire. Casey Prather has 10 there. While for the Illawarra Hawks, they've been well serviced by Rodney Clark. He's been outstanding. He has 16 points and just been outstanding there. So certainly the Illawarra Hawks have made headway. But of course, our focus right now is Dandenong Rangers versus the Perth Lynx. Massive final quarter coming up here of WNBL action. For either side, it's going to be their last game of the season, the last quarter of the season.
This is going to be a huge last quarter.
So it's going to be the Lynx with first possession in the final term. Edmondson looking to go inside to Hamblin. She's shut down by Malott. Mijovic penetrates the tough lefty.
And great D from Sarah Blitzarz.
I don't know if she was trying to do the hook shot or the dish off, but it was thwarted nonetheless. Clydesdale. She's had her pocket picked by Edmondson, going against Cumming.
Oh, fantastic
Cumming hustles her out of it. And we're going to have a held ball, and that should be Rangers ball.
What a fantastic hustle from Steph Cumming there. Neither player wanted to give that up.
That looked like a certain breakaway basket, and Cumming has just, again, come up with something out of nothing there. But Edmondson, that was a great play to get the steal in the first place. Levy's all over Clydesdale. Coming to Blitzarves. Miovic guarding her. She gets the scoop. Whitcomb comes up with a rebound. Todd Hunter gets her hands on it. And
great effort from Todd Hunter.
And Whitcomb just can't believe that was called held ball. And I think Todd Hunter got one in the gob for her effort.
Well,
but
this has been such a physical contest between these two players. I'm sure they're absolutely sick of each other.
And you mentioned earlier on, Cheryl Chambers, the head coach of the Sydney Uni Flames, is in the crowd and hoping they keep battling that way because her side's going to be facing the winner. Oh, great hands by Todd Hunter, but Whitcomb gets time to get it off.
And good help defense there from Steph coming to get a hand on that shot.
Blitzarves off to Todd Hunter. Blitzarves again. She's going to go head-to-head with Miovic here. That's great defence by Miovic.
Oh,
Todd
great
Hunter
boards from Todd Hunter.
nearly throws it off to Levy. Shot clock was about to expire. Coming with a big 3 ball. And we've got a foul call. It will be Rangers ball. There's bodies flying everywhere.
This is incredibly physical right now.
Getting fiery here. The refs have asked the players to settle down. But they're just fighting for tooth and nail for every single possession right now.
It's finals basketball, Damien. This is what the crowd would have expected. It's what both teams would have wanted to do.
That means I need to hear the Rockets, I need to hear the Flames.
Neither team's been able to get anything going in the final term. Such has been the defensive intensity of both sides. And this is just a fitting end to what's been a brilliant semi-final series between these two teams. Whitcomb. She's going to look to get this off, but Todd Hunter nearly comes up with a steal.
Almost came up with it.
Great give and go to Miovic, who launches from long range.
Great boards from Sarah Blitzarves over the back of Hamblin. Great athleticism.
That looked like an AFL player taking a specky over the back there. The Rangers will look to get some points on the board here. Neither team's been able to put any scoreboard punch on Todd Hunter.
Great look from Kennedy to Todd Hunter.
Who
just found her way into the open space under the bucket.
She certainly did. She slipped by everyone to find a little bit of space and flipped it over her head for the score. Edmondson gives a shake and bake, and it nearly drops. Hamblin gets her hands on it. Back to Edmondson, and they'll regroup. Edmondson is
Both
probing.
these teams are just giving their all at the moment.
Levy. Entry pass to Hamlin. What a great seal by Hamlin. Points are good.
And the call is
I'm still
no
not
score.
clear.
Was that no score?
Basket counts. I'm still no clearer on what the whistle was for. Well, it's going to be Rangers ball. That's one thing for certain. Even the players are a bit puzzled right now. But here we go. Rangers will bring it in. Amy Clydesdale will advance the ball.
There's still 7 minutes to play in this quarter. That's a long time.
A lot can happen. It's just a 6-point margin here. And when you've got someone like Sammy Wickham out there, that's 2 shots.
What a great tough move there for Steph coming in.
What
Boards
a rebound
from Kennedy.
by Kennedy and the foul by Wickham.
What a great heads-up play there from Kennedy.
That was a tough drive by Cumming and great defence by the Lynx to really make it as difficult as what it was. But for Kennedy to come up with that rebound.
Every time at either end somebody drives to the bucket, they are getting absolutely hammered under there.
There's going to be some tired, sore bodies after this game. They're going to have the ice baths out.
Yes.
They were looking for Blitzarves inside. That didn't come off, so they're going to go out to Cumming. Travel,
yep. Cumming wants the foul, but the travel was definitely first.
I love it when players always try and deflect from their own mistakes.
Yeah. It's a competitor's instinct.
So Whitcomb. Todd Hunter's done a pretty good job on her. Butler. She hit a big 3 in the first half.
Butler, shake and bake.
But throws it straight out of bounds.
And this is where you need to keep the turnovers to a minimum in a final like this in the last quarter. Every turnover is costly.
Well, that was an opportunity to make it a 4-point ball game, and right now the Rangers can push it back out to 8 with the basket. Great backdoor cut. We were right
and
there
gets
with
the
her.
roll.
And she's coming up holding her head.
Great job, Steph Cumming.
There was a lot of contact on that, but what a great backdoor cut and score by Steph Cumming, who's now up to 18 points to lead all scorers.
She's a quiet achiever, Steph Cumming, isn't she? Like, she scores at least 16 to 20 points every game, and sometimes you wouldn't even know.
Well, this period is brought to you by McPherson and Kelly Solicitors, commercial litigation and dispute resolutions and workplace relations. Visit nk.com.au. And of course, you're listening to Rangers Live, thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer, where the family holiday becomes a family tradition. So make sure you visit jayco.com.au. We have a ball game here, Tracy. Early on, I was thinking this is going to be a blowout after what happened in the first half, but Sammy Whitcomb and Ruth Hamblin happened in that third term.
Yep.
And right now, neither team's been able to get away. We're nearly halfway through the final term, and we've only had a couple of points either way.
Look, this game was always going to end up like this. These teams have played each other so many times in the last few weeks. They were on the same plane together coming back yesterday afternoon. There is no way that this was going to be a blowout, not in a final.
On the same plane, that would have been awkward.
It would have been, but I don't know. Perhaps they didn't speak to each other.
Well, fans listening in Perth, we have a game here for you on your hands. Your Lynx have come back after a fantastic third term, just in case you tuned in. The Lynx are right in it. There's a 8-point margin in favour of the Rangers, but the Lynx had the ball and a chance to eat into that narrow margin after trailing by as many as 21 points in the first half.
This is a fantastic ball game we've got on our hands right now.
And it's been Whitcomb along with Ruth Hamblin who've been able to get it done. Oh! Puts Todd Hunter on her butt, but
which
wasn't able to make it.
May have put Whitcomb off her shot then, Todd Hunter falling over.
Well, she ended up with more time. It's coming, dishes out for the 3-ball. Clydesdale drops short, and it's Levy's going to run this. She's got Burton ahead of her. And the running.
And makes a shot over Jacinta Kennedy. What a shot from Tess Levy.
Back to 6. One feels if the Lynx can get within 4, that's just going to make that pressure just ranch up a notch.
And this is a time where we'd love to see Sarah Blitzarves get into the game, get
Kennedy,
a couple of buckets.
Double teamed in the post, dishes out to Todd Hunter, who's open.
And she nails it!
Big 3-ball by Amelia Todd Hunter. She's seen Whitcomb do it in front of her. Well, she's just done it straight back. Edmondson going to work inside, got the advantage of height, doesn't drop.
And gets her own rebound.
Burton with a good hand to tap that back out. And it's Mijovic who's going to go on Blitzarves. That's a tough left hand.
And that was a little undisciplined there from Mijovic. Probably not the right shot.
I'll call it, that's a bad shot. that was really, really bad shot there by Mijovic. And I know she was trying to get to the rim a bit there, but she had no options to dish out. But the Rangers will look to take advantage now. Kennedy back out to Cumming. Pick and pop with Blitzarves.
And nails it!
What a timely situation.
For Blitzarves.
Timely shot by Blitzarves, who hasn't been able to hit anything. And this time she drains it with her bread and butter, working with Steph Cumming, something they've done all season long.
And Whitcomb
out of control
again. Out of control again.
So we have the out of control drive by Mijovic at one end, and Kennedy's here, mismatch.
And Kennedy takes it to the hoop, draws the contact, and will go to the line.
In the end, that was a great foul by the Lynx because Kennedy was going to put that in. The 2 out of control forays into the paint by the Lynx has really cost them. They had an opportunity to narrow the margin, and now it's back out to 11 with a chance to going back to 13 and to get some distance.
Yeah, that's right. And we see Hamblin come back into the game for Mijovic. Hamblin did all the damage in the third quarter, so expect some big plays in the last 4 minutes here from her. As Kennedy makes the first shot.
She was
and
never
nails a
missing
second.
that. She was never missing that
Cool
shot.
as a cucumber on the line.
That's experience. Steps up, makes the big shots, and right now we're back out to 13. Just when the Lynx were threatening within 6, you flick your switch. You flick the switch and it's 13. And right now the Lynx have got all the work ahead of them to get back into it with just over 4 minutes left to play.
Look, but we've seen how quickly things can turn around in a situation like this, Damien. 4 minutes is a long time in a game like this, especially in a final when it's close. All that needs to happen here is for Wickham to hit a couple of those threes and they're right back in it.
Now just quickly for Perth fans and NBL fans alike, there's a big grand final contest, game 3 between the Perth Wildcats and the Illawarra Hawks. It's the Wildcats leading 71-63 heading into the final term. So the Illawarra Hawks made inroads there and have certainly closed the margin on the Wildcats, but it's the Wildcats leading by 8.
You would think that it's a somewhat impossible task for Illawarra, even if they were to win today, to claim the title after, these first 3 games.
Nothing's impossible, but
No,
certainly
that's right.
a difficult task. But it's been Bryce Cotton, 33 points in the first 3 terms for the Wildcats to keep them ahead. But right now, our focus is on this very important WNBL semi-final game 3. The winner heading to the WNBL Grand Final this week against the Sydney Uni Flames and the Dandenong Rangers.
Yep.
Right now, the Jayco Dandenong Rangers are in the box seat.
These last 4 minutes are going to be so exciting. I'm sweating, I'm nervous, I'm shaking. Who's going to go through to the grand final? Let's find out.
So it's a trademark Rangers pressure. Force Edmondson to come up and help. Edmondson's been very serviceable in this game, but it's Wickham. Great entry pass, and Hamlin's not able to handle it.
That was the right idea, and it would have been a great play if Hamlin had been able to catch that ball.
Wickham's putting her hands up. What else can I do? She was there. Just didn't go. Kennedy. Blitzards. Handoff to Cumming. Shot clock's down to 5. Blitzards unable to capitalise on an open shot. And Levy will bring it up for the Lynx.
3 minutes 30 to go.
Levy's been good today. Out to Wickham. Gets to the paint. Todd Hunter pulls
What
it
a
away.
steal from Todd Hunter. And a foul there. Mid-court.
Todd Hunter's been outstanding. Maybe we haven't spoken enough about her. She's come up with the ball more often than not when Wickham's got to the paint. Now, certainly Wickham's made some big shots,
Yep.
but every time she's put the ball to the floor, Todd Hunter's been right there.
Yeah, well, Todd Hunter is affectionately known around the stadium, around the Dandenong Stadium, as the spark plug. Whenever she's on court, they fire up. She's in all the rebounding competition. She makes the big steals, and she can nail shots as well. Like, she's just a super player.
Well, if the Rangers get out to this win, certainly Wickham did damage in that third term, but if that's all it's been restricted to, you can certainly say that Todd Hunter's probably done her job.
Yeah, she has, and it's not over yet, but yeah, she's done a fantastic job on Wickham today. And she would have been probably in awe of Sammy scoring 41 last week, but she would have gone, right, well, she's definitely not going to score 41 today.
Well, if she goes away as a winner today, she's certainly going to sleep well with Amelia Todd Hunter. There won't be any nightmares
They
tonight.
all will. This has been an intensely physical match. There's going to have to be some ice baths going on after the game.
So for those listening in, the leading scorer for the game is Steph Cumming with 18. Nat Novosel has 14 for the Rangers. Kennedy's moved up to 12 and Clydesdale has 11. While for the Lynx, it's been Sammy Wickham's just blasted her way to the top of the pack with 15. Hamblin has 15 as well, while Mijovic, who's been very quiet in the second half, has 9. She hasn't added to her half-time total. And Tess Levy's moved up with 8. And Levy, though, just to highlight, she's been really good.
Yeah.
She has 5 assists to her name now.
Yeah, she's had a great game today, Levy. I was pretty impressed with her first half. She's brought other players into it. And let's see what the Perth Lynx can do in this last 3 minutes to try and steal this game.
Well, they're going to need to do something special to come away with this one now with just over 3 minutes left to play. Cumming takes on Hamblin.
Great drive there from Cumming and gets the roll.
is just able to use her body so well to shield the ball so she can get that shot away.
Yeah, and look, it's not easy to shoot over a player of that size.
Wickham doing whatever she can to get away from Todd Hunter. What a tough
What
shot.
a fantastic shot from Wickham. You could just watch that all day, couldn't you? It's just amazing.
That's just all class. There's not much else Todd Hunter could have done there. As Novosel gets to the rim, dishes out. Todd Hunter's going to take it in. Out to Cummings. She's been hot from outside. Can't get that one to rattle home. Mijovic got her hands on it.
Oh, Todd Hunter
Guess
will
who?
not give that ball up.
What a hustle from everyone. Todd Hunter can't believe there wasn't a foul called. I reckon she's come up from the bottom of the pack 3 or 4 times holding her head. She checks for blood. There's none there, but
you cannot doubt the competitiveness of any of these women out there on the floor today. They are just putting on a fantastic physical display.
Kennedy gets by Hamblin, offloads to Blitzars, who will head to the line.
Fantastic little dish.
Edmondson can't believe that was a foul, but there was a lot of contact. It's been a lot of contact all game.
Hasn't there?
But it's been such an entertaining contest so far, but 13-point margin, and this is going to ice it, one would think.
One would think, but it's not over till the fat lady sings, Damien.
Blitzars is off target. And when Tracy says she's nervous, she is. She's literally shaking next to me.
I am.
She'll make the second. 14-point margin. 2 minutes 20 to play. Ball in the hands of Whitcomb. They need something special right now. From the car park.
That's pretty special there, Damien, from Sammy Wickham. What a shot.
She shot that from the car park.
And commits the foul on Todd Hunter.
And that's a good foul. They need to stop the clock here at all costs. Time is not on their side, the Lynx. Wickham can hit a few more like that and they can keep stopping the clock. Todd Hunter's heading to the line. So the Rangers are going to have to make do at the line for the rest of the contest, one would think. And Todd Hunter's more than capable of doing that. In fact, I would argue the Rangers would be happy for anyone to be fouled. They're pretty good free throw shooters.
Yeah, any of those 5 on the floor at the moment. And she makes the first. And the second. What a contribution Amelia Todd Hunter has made to this game today, offensively and defensively.
So I don't think we're going to see the ball in anyone else's hands except for Sammy Wickham for the rest of the contest. And she just off target that time.
Great boards from Justina Kennedy.
Blitzards will get it over half court. Lynx looking to foul. Oh, the turnover. Levy pulls up.
Levy gives it off.
Looking for the three
and
ball.
A great steal back from Todd Hunter.
Who else? The Lynx did such a good job to get that steal. Levy pulled it up to look for the three ball. And in the end, they turned it over. They just needed a score of any description in that play. Cummings will pull up.
And drew the contact.
Well, in the greatest scheme of this contest, that was a soft foul.
That was a very soft call, I will admit that.
But it's a foul that Lynx probably wanted because they need to stop the clock. But Cummings, she's made a living from the free throw line this season. Her ability to get to the paint has just been nothing short of exceptional for the Rangers.
She's a quality player, Steph Cummings, and she usually comes to the fore in these tight situations. And makes both.
So Rangers fans, get excited. Your team's going to the WNBL Grand Final. I'm calling it.
There's still 1 minute 12 seconds to go.
And you tell me what the margin is, Tracy.
I'm still not going to call it, okay?
It's a 15-point margin with 1 minute and 12 left to play.
I did say 15 points at the start of the game.
You certainly did. It's a 15-point margin with 1 minute and 12 left to play in Game 3 of the WNBL semi-finals between your Perth Lynx and the Jayco Dandenong Rangers. and it's the Rangers that are going to win this one out. They're going to be going head-to-head with the Sydney Uni Flames next week.
And I can see Cheryl Chambers, she was just texting on her phone, probably telling the players, right, we know who our opposition is. In fact, she's leaving the building, so she thinks it's over.
She is indeed leaving the building. She's seen enough. She's going to go and catch the flight home.
Yep. She's going to go and get those Ranger tapes out.
Well, she just needs to come back to this game because this is how the Rangers have done it. They've been exceptional, particularly in that first half.
Yep.
That first half is what set up this victory for the Rangers. They moved the ball, they ran out of their defensive stops, and they made the Lynx pay with every single possession. And they did it by getting into the paint, whether that was a score in the paint or a kick out for a mid-range shot.
Yep, they've been incredibly tough. And to Dandenong's credit, every single time Sammy Whitcomb has been near the ball or driven into the key, she's been absolutely hammered. They've been all over her.
Well, there's been no easy shot for Sammy Whitcomb in this game as Tess Lavey puts up a
and both teams are still going at it. Desperation basketball.
And no fitting person to come up with the ball was Todd under then. And they're going to dribble this one out.
Get on your feet, Ranger fans, and put your hands together.
Lavey with a foul. The Rangers fans are all excited. They're going to the 2017 WNBL Grand Final.
How exciting for the Dandenong Rangers.
It's been such a big season. You know, we've saw Bendigo's Spirit. They missed out on the finals. They were fantastic. And, of course, the reigning champs who were going for a three-peat, the Townsville Fire.
Yeah, that's right.
They fell short to the Sydney Uni Flames. And so now we're down to two. The Rangers versus Flames next week.
As Novacell makes both those shots.
Lavey. Is it going to be Lavey or Mijovic or Whitcomb? They're going to put this one up. Mijovic didn't really expect to get the shot, but she puts it up way off target. Edmondson comes up with the board, and it's Lavey dishing out for the three ball. Butler way off the mark as well, and that's it.
Great job.
30 seconds left to play. Kennedy's fouled, and she'll go to the line for a chance to make it a 14-point game from her.
I am absolutely impressed with Jacinta Kennedy's game today, and in fact this whole final series, she's just been amazing coming off the bench. So valuable, so smart, level-headed. She's just been fantastic.
And while we're waiting for Kennedy to shoot these free throws, a quick score out from the NBL Grand Final Game 3. The Wildcats are leading by 6 points halfway through the final term. Kennedy makes the first. Icing on the cake for the Rangers. Well, they're coming, still fighting for everything.
Why don't you get in your feet? 20 seconds. Your Jayco Rangers are going through to the grand final.
Edmondson, way off target. In some ways, it's a disappointing end for the Perth Lynx season because they've been so good all season. But you can't take anything away for the Rangers. They've taken every single hit that the Lynx could give them. Tracy Browning is so excited next to me. She can't sit still.
I'm just absolutely stoked for Larissa Anderson and the girls. They totally deserve this. But I will say this, Damien, you are so right. Perth are a quality team, and it's almost a shame that there has to be a loser in this game.
Well, this is going to be the last time we see Sammy Whitcomb this season, as it's the Rangers will win this one 81-63 to advance to the 2017 WNBL Grand Final with a 2-1 series lead over the Perth Lynx.
Well, look, everybody at Dandenong Basketball Association is just so pleased and so happy right now. And for the Perth Lynx, I know how this feels. I've been on losing final sides, and it's a horrible. It's probably one of need to hold their head. Season she's had.
Sammy Whitcomb simply came in the third term.
Look, they gave it a red hot crack in that second half. Ruth Hamlin was amazing as well. Tess Lavey had a great game. Carly Mijovic contributed in that second quarter as well. So, look, they can walk away from here with their heads held high, as I said, and they deserve to be here. It's just unfortunate that there can only be one winner.
So just going through the leaders, Sammy Whitcomb, 20 points for the Lynx. Ruth Hamlin had 15.
In just a couple of minutes, I'm going to
Carly Mijovic didn't score. Tess Levy had 8, but Levy and to Cindy Mijovic had 7 rebounds. It's my pleasure to be called.
Work commitments in ear to ear right now, as is.
So it was an absolute for a 3.
And they've got incredible depth, and the Rangers have depth as well, but Sydney are going to be a really entertaining final series.
So just quickly, Alex Wilson had 27 points for the Flames in that game 1. Leilani Mitchell, Asia Taylor, they had 19 each in that game. Game 2, it was Talia Tupia, came off the bench. She was outstanding with 18. They had 5 players scoring double figures in that game, and that's what the Rangers fans can expect next week. And they're the minor premiers, and right now they're the favourites to win. But looking at today's game, the Rangers are going to give them one hell of a fight.
Absolutely, and I'm just so excited. I'm off to Sydney on next weekend. I'm not going to miss this for anything.
So look, the Sydney Uni Flames will host Game 1 on Saturday, and if Games 2 and 3 are required, they'll be Friday the 17th here at Dandenong, and then back in Sydney on the 19th of March if Game 3 is required. So big things to look forward to over the next couple of weeks for the WNBL, which is now at the very pointy end of the season.
Yes.
So thanks for joining us on Rangers TV. Thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer, where the family becomes a fan.
Semi-final series between these two teams. It has been amazing for the WNBL. 36 years of history in the WNBL. Records are still being broken. This is a history-making series. It's gone to 3 games. These two teams and the women out there are just absolutely amazing, and I've got so much respect for all of them. It's just fantastic.
And look, just on the 3-game series, I think it's a great move by the WNBL to do that.
Absolutely.
And built this. We would not have had this contest today if it wasn't for the 3-game series. And moving forward, we know and have more confidence that the best team has actually got through to the grand final, because they've had, it's a best of 3 effort. Rangers come away 2-1. They're playing off the WNBL Grand Final next week.
Going to the Grand Final!
So thanks for joining us. My name's Damien Arsenis from the pickandroll.com.au. Tracy Browning, as always, has joined me here today. And big game next week. It's your Dandenong Jayco Rangers taking on the Sydney Uni Flames for the 2017 WNBL Grand Final. Thanks for joining us today, wherever you may be.
Sit down, folks. Have a sit down.
I'll give you a chance to autographs in just a moment. All right, the players are going to do some final stretching. In the meantime, we've got a raffle for each and every one of you. Who doesn't have a ticket? Put your hand up if you don't have a ticket, because we're going to come and find you. We're going to raffle a prize to draw out